Okay, up next I have something that is strangely appropriate to our time. Hello out there, I'm the oldest nerd. And today we're going to continue our series of what to watch. And rarely do we recommend something that's only available on DVD. And I don't think that it's being broadcast anywhere right now. And I'm not getting any money for this, but I do highly recommend The Prisoner. This is a show that was produced in Britain back in the 1960s, the late summer of 1968 to be specific. It was on CBS in the United States and on ITV in Britain. And it was a 17 episode miniseries with Patrick McGoohan. Now, Patrick McGoohan before this had a show called Danger Man in Britain. It was called Secret Agent in the United States. And it was a spy show that was very popular to have spy shows during the 60s, especially in the United States. And using British actors was also very popular in the United States during the 60s because we had what was called the British Invasion, the Beatles and other groups that came into worldwide notice. So that pretty much sets the times. The Prisoner was a show that was much more cerebral than your usual spy drama, heist drama. And the reason we mention it here in the context of science fiction is that it had a lot of science fiction elements to it. The Prisoner was not your usual spy show. Imagine this: what happens to spies after they retire? What do you do with them? What do you do with their capabilities, all the information that they have? Why not just send them all off to an island where they can't have contact with the rest of the world? That way all their secrets are safe. Well, in this case, the show, which was produced by Patrick McGoohan, was more of a parable on the individual, the needs of the individual versus the needs of society. He resigns for reasons that are never revealed, and he is gassed in his home as he's packing his luggage, and he wakes up in a place that looks like his own apartment, but finds out that he's in this village. They call it the village. It is denoted by a logo of a penny farthing bicycle. One has the large wheel in the front and the small wheel in the back. Very difficult to ride, and it is kind of a symbol of technology. And with high technology, use of drugs, use of interrogation techniques, week after week, they try to find out why he resigned. He always wins but always loses. In fact, he almost escapes on a number of occasions, but then the village always pulls him back through the means of a retrieving type of inflatable robot they call Rover. These are using rather primitive 60s era special effects, but still very effective, incredibly well written, incredibly well acted, and has some confusion. Everybody has a number. Our main character is number 6. There are other people with numbers who are all retired spies, and they all seem to be reasonably happy living in this village. It's a little city, a little resort, really, and the only way to get around is by electric cart, and they're given work credits. So they all, run a shop or have little jobs or things like this, or the older people may be playing life-size chess in the middle of the town square, things such as this. While number 6 is adamantly trying to get away, and every once in a while finds another person who may be willing to go along with him. And always this other person is either a Confederate, unwillingly manipulated by the powers that be. We never know who the powers that be are. The person who is ostensibly in charge of the village is a character named Number Two, and Number Two changes almost every week. They indicate with every episode as if Number Two has been there all along and has been running things all along. So there is this amount of don't pay any attention to what we said yesterday, pay attention to what we say today. An interesting parable on society versus the individual, a situation to where things are pleasant but still a limitation on freedom. And it made me think of this series as we have started to slowly open various cities around the world to more activity. It's interesting. It's available on DVD. Once again, it's The Prisoner. We highly recommend it. Would like to know if you've ever seen the show, and if you did you like it? And put anything you want to say about it or anything else in the comments below. We'll also mention to you that we have been keeping up with where the shows are of new productions, and we know the Below Decks cartoon, the season of Discovery, the next season of The Orville, all of these things appear to have been pushed back to the fall as we enter the usual period of reruns in the United States. We don't expect any new shows to be premiering during the summer of a science fiction nature. So that's what we know for now. Things could change, and of course, we'll keep you informed if they do. We're all doing well. We hope that you're doing well. In the meantime, be careful when you go out there. We want to keep you along with us, and we'll be careful as well. Until next time, don't go far.